was working the overnight shift at McDonald's. I know most McDonald's close around midnight, but the one I worked at stayed open all night. I was 17 and dropped out of high school, so I needed a job and they were in desperation for an overnight manager, so I applied and got the job. I remember during the interview that a lot of people had left that job because of creepy things that would happen overnight. I didn't care. I wasn't the type who would get scared easily, and hey, it was a manager role, which meant more money. So one night when I was on the overnight shift, it was just me and my 2 other coworkers. We weren't that busy, so I said that one of you can go home and the other one needs to close with me. So one of them left and the other one stayed. It was awful quiet for some reason. My employee told me that he was going on his lunch break. I said that's fine, I'll hold down the fort. So he went out there to get his food from his car. He told me that someone broke into his car and that he would worry about it after his shift. While I am waiting for customers to come, I noticed a tall man across the street staring at me. I try not to worry about it, but over time, he would move more and more towards the McDonald's slowly. It was every time I would look away, he would slowly move closer to us. I was in the back washing dishes, then I heard a loud stroke. So I ran up in the front to see what it was. And to my surprise, it was the man. He said, "I want free food." And he kept repeating it over and over. "I want free food. I want free food. I interrupted him. "Sir, I'm sorry, but we cannot give free food." He takes a step back and laughs. His face is so creepy and his clothes are all filthy. This man gave me a bad vibe, as in where this wouldn't end up in a good situation. So, for the safety of me and my other employee, I offer him some free fries. The man twitches his head and smiles. Then, my employee steps in the way and says, "No, we are not giving away free food." I told my employee it's fine, just drop it. Then the man looked very, very angry, and he pulled out a knife and launched at my employee and stabbed him. I went to go help, but the man was strong, and he pushed me down, and I started to run. I didn't see a point in fighting because he had a knife and he was a lot bigger and stronger than me. I ran outside the McDonald's and went to my car to drive to get help. My heart is beating so fast and I could barely breathe. I see the man come outside to my car with the knife and blood all over his clothes and hands. I then take out oh no, I left the keys inside the McDonald's. I was going to open the car and run for it, but then the man's face appears in the window of the car with a grin smile on his face, and he starts laughing and torments me. There's no buildings around, so I assume the car was my only hope in getting away and getting help. I quickly slide over to the passenger seat and I run back into the McDonald's to get my keys. Then he comes around the corner and knocks me down. As he's about to stab me, the man is whacked against the head by my employee and he falls down unconscious. Me and my employee call the cops. The cops investigate and come back out. They tell us, "We have bad news. There's no man in there." Mine and my employee's eyes widen in shock. I didn't sleep that night. I decided to quit that job and I told my employee to quit as well. But my employee was meeting ends on bills, so he couldn't afford to quit. Then, as I'm watching the news, I found out that the man came back that night and killed my employee and the manager on duty. Thank God I wasn't there. I don't think I'll be telling this story. It's been 50 years since that has happened. I still haven't left my house. Haven't shaved in over 50 years. I wonder what it's like outside. As I peek my head outside, I see the man smiling with a knife. I look down, then back up, and he's gone. I look behind me, and there he is. Well, there's the end of the story. That's the story of how I murdered the McDonald's manager who thought he escaped. Now, I can finally retire.